Hi there, we're back, Motivational Mondays from Burton Hatho. I hope you've had a great week, we all have. I wanted to take us back to last week when we spoke about if you can dream it, you can do it, because Burton Hatho itself is evidence of that. You know, we had a dream, and our dream was a brand new prep school, and lots of people said it wouldn't happen. Lots of people said that it would fail, yet 7 years, it'll be 7 years in January that we've been here. It turned to a reality. And that was from a lot of people who passionately believe something, who all worked together to make Burton Hatho, our dream, a reality. But as I said, it doesn't just happen. It does take a lot of hard work. And you can't just wish for it, you have to work for it. But that's easier said than done, isn't it? How do we as parents and how do we as teachers motivate students to do that work? What does it actually mean? How can they be better workers? How can they be better learners? That's what I want us to focus on today. So yeah, our quote this week, don't just wish for it, work for it. But let's help each other, not just at school, but in our daily lives, either at work or at home, in our relationships. How can we work better? How can we learn better? We've got some key things at Burton Hatho, and if your children come to Burton Hatho, I'd really like you to ask them if they know what this motto means. They should, I hope they do. So one of our mottos is ready to listen, ready to learn. And I did take that from a friend of mine, so thank you Mr. Vu, who uses that at his school as one of his mottos, because it's been really beneficial to us. So, ready to listen, ready to learn. To be better learners, we need to be brilliant listeners. So we can't just say, come and listen. We need to help each other. What does that actually mean? How can we listen better? And we have a thing at school called whole body listening. And I challenge you to ask your children about it if they are one of our children, because they should know. And whole body listening starts with this. Yes, you need to listen with your ears. Really listen to what's being said. You need to listen with your eyes, looking at the person who's talking. Not necessarily an adult. Whoever's talking at that time, you need to be looking at them. You need to be looking at them with your whole body. That means your whole body needs to be facing them, not looking elsewhere. You need to be listening with your hands. I don't mean going like this. I mean your hands need to be still. And if you're anything like me, I find that difficult. So simply putting your hands together, putting them on your lap, keeping them still. We need to listen with our feet. And that just simply means keeping them still, not moving them, not tapping them, not jiggling them around. We need to listen with our mouths by keeping them closed. And we need to listen with our brains, really thinking about what that other person is saying. We don't necessarily need to agree with it, but we do need to be thinking about what they have said. And most importantly, we need to be listening with our hearts, really caring about what the other person is saying. And again, not having to agree necessarily, but we do need to respect their thoughts, their beliefs, what they're saying. So really caring about what the other person is saying and giving them that respect. It's only when we truly, truly listen to somebody that we can really give contribution, a thought out contribution, a valuable contribution to the conversation. If you've only half listened, how can you possibly contribute? And that's the same in your workplace, it's the same at school, it's the same as parents to our children, you know, really listening, putting those phones away, actually giving our children that eye contact, that time, not hours and hours and hours, but giving when they do need that time, giving them all of us, not just a little bit. Secondly, a really good night's sleep. We need to be able to have that rest. And we know all the research out there that shows lack of sleep really does make a massive difference on our concentration levels, on our focus, on our learning. So a good night's sleep. And as parents, we need to lead by that. If we're not getting enough sleep and we're tired and we're irritable, that's not setting a great example, is it? So for our children, really showing them the benefits of a good night's sleep and good rest. Thirdly, fuel. You know, we all know this, but really having that balanced plate, really colourful plate, colourful food, things on our food that we know that we're getting the very best, the fruit and the vegetables, all the different things that we know about that we need to be eating, and really setting that example to our children. We can't possibly function well if we're not eating well. We do lots of work at school with this, but as parents, we do it at home as well, I know, but really setting that example. And the next one is being organised. You know, if you can, and I know it sounds regimented, but if we can all think about the night before, what are we doing tomorrow? What do I need to have? Have I got my bags packed? Have I got my clothes out? Have I got everything I'm going to need? So that in the morning, I'm rested, I'm chilled, I've got everything there ready to go. That sets your day up beautifully. Can you imagine? Well, I know for me, if I haven't done that and then I'm running around the house, I'm getting cross, I can't find this, I can't find that, it sets the whole day up in a negative place. So being prepared the night before, being organised the night before really, really does pay off. And finally, and I think probably the most importantly, having fun. You know, if we attach an emotion to something that we do, it sticks in our brain. So if we can have a really good laugh, if we can really enjoy what we're doing, and it doesn't feel like we're working, then that really will stick. And at Burton Hathaway, we really strive to make our lessons fun, exciting, hands-on, practical, so the children whiz by, they don't think of it as work, they think of it as incredible fun that they're having, but actually it's sticking in their brains. So when you're at home, if you're struggling with this and practicing spellings or times tables or new language or different languages, Spanish vocabulary, doing it in a fun way, jumping up and down, making strange shapes as you're saying the words or practicing those times tables can make a massive difference. One, you're having a laugh. Two, you're having really good quality time together. And three, if you have a laugh, if you have an emotion attached to the learning, it will stick into your brain. And the children call BH the Be Happy School. They call it that. And I think that is the most important. So just a quick recap. Really listen, all of us, really listening to each other. Imagine the difference that can make to our relationships every day and not just to our learning and to our work. Secondly, having a good night's sleep. Thirdly, having the right fuel in our bodies, really thinking about our nutrition. Fourthly, being organised, being prepared, setting an example to our children. You know, we're the ones that can show them how if we can do it, they can do it, or let's do that together. And finally, and most importantly, have fun. So I hope you have fun this week. I'm really looking forward to talking to you again next Monday. Have a fab time. Bye.